the untold stories about courage, grit, determination and valor. This is your today's host, Harleen Kaur. Today I would like to introduce to you a daring person who rescued and saved the life of the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. In the recognition of his great deed, he has been recently given the honor of the Friends of Liberation by Bangladesh government. I would like to welcome you once again, Colonel Ashok Tara, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I would like to ask one thing. Can you please tell us some details about the rescue operation of Sheikh Hasina, the future Prime Minister at that time?
As everybody knows that 16 December 71, Pakistani army surrendered to Indian army and Bangladesh army. 1560 night, my unit, especially by company, I was company commander, Alpha Company, who encircled Dhaka airport and secured it in the morning. Afternoon, Pakistani surrendered. But the communication was not that strong, but it is today now. So number of surrender took place next day. And most of the people outside Dhaka, they did not have any such information about it. Now, when 17th morning, I was told that a lot of VIP would be coming. My CEO told me, you go and secure it so that there is no problem, the VIP is coming. In the morning about 9 o'clock, when I was along with my other officer, Major Shanti Khanna, was there and deploying the troops to secure the airport so the public don't disturb them. That time, one Muktiwani Yoda came to my CEO and told that the family of Sheikh Mujib Rahman under arrest, under the captivity of Pakistanis and could be killed any moment. But as I told you that Pakistani surrendered, so my CEO also did not take it very seriously, thought that they already surrendered, they won't do any harm to the family. And they called me and told me, Ashok, आप इसके साथ जाइए, go with him and sort out his problem. I also at that particular moment did not realize that seriousness and sensitivity of the situation. I took only 2 Jawan with me and this Mukti Yoda on my vehicle moved toward Dhan Mandi where they were kept under captivity. When I was about 100 yards away from the house, there was a big crowd. There was the media, there was a local, there was a few Muktiwani people also. They stopped my vehicle and told me, sir, don't go ahead because anybody go ahead, the Pakistani fired. They showed me a vehicle, bullet-ridden car with a dead body of a media person who tried to go to the house just before me. They also fired on public just to disperse the whole thing. Now I had the duty, I had a job to do it. I stopped and I thought if I asked my senior, they asked me a number of questions. And however, if they agreed, and by the time the army troops will come, it will take hell of a time. And with the 2 Jawans, I could not attack. And most important was to save the life of the people inside the house. That time, my childhood guts and my commando training for inside, I thought that I will make them to surrender psychologically. Keeping view that, I gave my weapon to 2 Jawans and told them not to come or follow me. And I moved toward the house without weapon. When I was near that car, which was bullet-ridden car, and told them, I shouted, Koi hai? Is there anybody? There was no response. I repeated again, but there was no response. I slowly moving toward the house. When I was just 5 yards away from the gate of the house, I must tell you, house was a very small house. It is, I think, 50 yards front and maybe 100 yards backside, single story. From the gate to the first door was not more than 10-15 yards. When I reached their gate, the Pakistani in Punjabi, they told me to stop. Otherwise, we will fire and kill you. Being a Punjabi, I also responded in the Punjabi so that we can have a clear conversation. I told them that if you fire me, I am an Indian Army officer in uniform, without weapon. I come to explain you that your army has surrendered. You also surrender. They did not believe. In fact, they used very abusive language. Could be to provoke me to react, but I knew that I have to win them by guts and wits and remain cool. I again explained them. Just twice and thrice when things was going on, they said, nothing doing, you get away, we are going to fire. In that time, he gave order to his 12 people there to load their weapon. They loaded the weapon, I could see, with being army chap, a weapon. Fortunately, one Indian helicopter flew over the house. I immediately told, look at that Indian helicopter. Have you ever seen Indian helicopter flying over Dhaka? They had no answer to it. I explained that this only was to ensure that there is no thing goes wrong in Dhaka. Again, conversation went. They fired one round to the public on the house, just to create a fear in me. But I think, but I knew that. In then again conversation went, and I told them, if you kill me, don't forget that Indian Army or Mukti Wahini would come and kill you. Or you delay in surrender, they'll kill you. And what will happen to your dead body, you won't be knowing. And not only this, your family in Pakistan are waiting for you. And if you don't surrender, you will never able to meet them. And if you kill me, then your dead body will not be able to reach Pakistan and people never see it. With this little talk, they become little soft. Because the talk went about 25 minutes. The talk was 25 minutes between me and you. They kept on threatening me, kept on loading their weapon, kept on using the abusive language. All type of reaction they had done it. But I knew my thing. I kept quiet, showed my coolness and my determination, as you call it, guts. I stayed there, but I knew that I can win over them. And always I look in the eyes of the commander. Now, when I was talking, I went inside the gate. The sentry at the gate, Pakistani, about 20 years old boy, with the rifle, if you know the bayonet, the knife you put in front of the rifle, that was touching my body. And he was shivering because he never saw an Indian Army officer so close to him. And I knew that any wrong step could take us to devastation. Therefore, without looking at the sentry, I put my hand on the rifle a little away from my body. No deliberate action, but talking to the commander and told him that repeatedly the same thing. We went, as I told you, about 20-25 minutes. Now they say, okay, we'll talk to our army officer, our commanders, and then we'll let you know. Now when they told me this thing, the family inside the house, they shouted that don't believe them, they are enemy. And they could fire and kill anybody. I also had same in my mind. I said, your army, your officer has surrendered. There is no communication between them. But any delay only can take you to the death side. Mukti Wahini will come anytime, army will come anytime and kill you. And as I already told them, your family, your children, your parents, were waiting, they're not able to see you. They cool down with that. Still there was some resistance. I knew that. I told them, as an Indian Army officer, I promise you that if you surrender, I'll take you to your headquarters, and from there you can go to Pakistan and meet your family. On this, my promise, twice I made them sure that, believe me, I said, believe me as an army officer, you are army people, I am also army person. Believe me that way. And then they agreed. When they agreed, I know the weapons are loaded. I told them, leave your weapon and come down, because enemy is enemy, don't know if he has got weapon with him. They came down. Now, when they came down, I opened the door of the family. The first lady came was the Mrs. Sheikh Mujir Rahman, who named me and called, you are my son and God has sent to you. The other people were with her was the present Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, her younger sister Rehana, their child, and the brother Russell was in that house. And when by the time people came, and my two Jawan came and took them vehicle, I gave them civil dress to Pakistanis, which I was carrying, so that Mukti Wani won't recognize them en route and kill them. Because I wanted to keep my words. They were sent in there. During that time, there was a Mr. Khoka, the cousin and the aide of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. He came with the Bangladesh national flag. He handed over to me and said, sir, you go and put this on top. The Pakistani flag should be removed. I went up, put the Bangladesh national flag and threw the Pakistani flag on the ground. The Mrs. Mujir Rahman put her foot on the Pakistani flag and said, Joy Bangla. The people around by that came and they also said, Joy Bangla. And I was told that I was the first person it looked at who put the hoist the flag on the house of Sheikh Mujir Rahman. On 20th October 2012, I was awarded at Dhaka the highest award of Bangladesh, that's a Friend of Liberation War honor.
ओ मेरा रोम रोम तेरा कर्जदार है, हमारी ये आजादी तेरी कर्जदार है। शुक्रिया 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 हो शुक्रिया।